Well, the 16-bit summer may be over, but hey, I still got some stuff I need to wrap up. So hello everybody, welcome back to Pulseman in what was the 16-bit summer of 2019. Today, months later, we have Alaska. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to relearn how to play the game here. Did this with post-commentary. Well, I mean, this is post-commentary because I don't know why I didn't record this with commentary, actually. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. Because I anticipated a game over, and a game over did happen. I'm on my last life, for crying out loud, of my last continue. But, yeah, thanks to the level select code, I was able to get back up to this point. The level select code, you need a second controller in the player 2 spot, and on the little like Sega launch screen, you know, where it says Sega, well, it doesn't say that here, but you see the Sega logo appear. On the player 2 controller, you press A, B, C, C, B, A. And then in the options menu, you're able to select a stage. And I was just thinking like, oh, okay, this will start me at the beginning of like stage 1 or stage 2, etc., etc. No, you can actually even pick the section. Like the actual specific section that you died on. So, for example, this screen right here would be screen 5-1. Or stage 5-1. And then after we get a transition, I will be in 5-2. And you can actually select that on the level select, which is actually pretty amazing. So, yeah. That's actually, like, really good. And it shouldn't be hidden behind a cheat code. Especially since this game doesn't have passwords or the ability to save. But I digress. It's still a fun game. I just find the momentum to be a little weird. Though I ended up figuring out the best way to build up a charge without having to build up momentum and run back and forth. You can just double tap to dash in one direction, and that allows you to build up a charge instantaneously. I take advantage of that later on in this stage. Well, not this screen per se, but like the actual Alaska stage. But I can't remember if the manual actually stated that or not. But hey, I figured it out. Also, I destroyed my foothold here, which was not the best decision. Don't worry, I make it up soon enough. But yeah, the Alaska stage, it's not that bad. This first area is a bit on the tough side, but it's just purely, like, I can't even say, I don't know what I was trying to get at here, but you just really need to be patient and you'll be all set. Well, I mean, not even really patient, just careful. The only thing you really have to worry about are those, like, snowball things that fall down, and even then, those are just easy to deal with. But Pulseman is pretty fragile, you know, takes 3 hits and then he's dead. So, yeah, you want to be careful at all times, for the most part. But yeah, now they're switching it up with these card platform things. I was just playing dumb right here. Don't worry, the stage will pick up soon enough. I really do like the various stages here, though. Was it USA that had the sort of like Las Vegas casino vibe going on? That was a fun time. Though I still think we would have, or it would have made more sense for this to be Canada. But apparently Canada did not exist in the 90s, so yeah, the setting had to be Alaska, I guess. So now we got Aurora Borealis at this time of place. I screwed up the joke already. I'm an embarrassment. I'm an embarrassment. And furthermore, it's January. It would make sense for Aurora Borealis to occur at this time of year. But, yeah, the joke's dead. Just give it up. I mean, this is post-commentary. I can just edit it, but I also don't have a lot of time to myself to record this commentary, so I'm just trying to make the most of a bad situation. But I will more than likely do the remaining stages with live commentary. This was just a one-off because I knew a game over was coming. That, and I was very lazy at the time and coming off of a very salty Rodea and GoldenEye double recording. I should not have done both of those at the same time, or rather on the same day. So yeah, this is me back to this point after using the stage select. I didn't start all the way on 5-2 though. I still started at the beginning of 5-1. I wasn't going to cheat that much. Though in retrospect, I could have used this time to like download the English patched version of this. That was improper grammar, but the same person that has like the I can't even call it official, but like the most well-known English patch of Dynamite Heady that's available online also did an English patch of Pulseman. Oh god, I forgot about how long it took me to deal with this. Oh, this is not good. But don't worry, I end up figuring out the trick soon enough. Well, not soon enough. It could have been sooner. It could have been sooner. But yeah, we're getting to an interesting part of the stage, and I don't quite know what it has to do with Alaska. But we're about to be at... what will be the proper term here? I used to know the terminology, like to differentiate between a maze and a labyrinth. Is it a labyrinth is just one long path, but it's very winding, while a maze can have branching paths and dead ends? Well, either way, we're coming up to a little segment where it's easy to get lost. I think that actually is a maze. But yeah, there are right and wrong paths, and you can end up at a segment that you've previously beaten. Just starting with this screen. They're not evil enough to send you all the way back to 5-1 or 5-2. Come on, I had it the first time. There we go. And this is where I finally figure out how to do the dash thing to build up an instant charge. Like I said, I don't recall if this was outlined in the manual or not. I'll get it soon enough, don't you worry. But once you figure out the gimmick of this little maze, it's not even all that bad. I'll wait till we actually get into the maze proper before I reveal it. Man, I was having a rough time here. Come on. It's not that hard. You're almost there. Well, I mean, not if you're punching the left wall. I think this was me trying to, use my Sonic knowledge, despite the fact that, despite this game being on a Sega console, it did not have anything to do with Sonic. The momentum would make you think differently, though. That really is like my one complaint with the game. It is a bit tough, and like it does suffer from like a lot of, well, the same thing that a lot of other games at this time had, and that's like not a good way to save your progress. But overall, this is actually a really fun game, and so close yet so far. But aside from the momentum, it's actually, like, in my opinion, sort of the right level of difficulty. Where I feel that if I had the patience, I probably would have played back up to this point. Oh wait, actually I'm forgetting about the boss of this thing. Yeah, I probably would have game overed again. This boss is tough. But yeah, like I probably would have played back up to this point, and I probably would have ended back up here with like more continues. Well, obviously I have 0, so even just having 1 continue here. Well, I mean, I had 0 before I used the stage select thing, so even getting back up here with just 1 would have been a vast improvement. But yeah, just if I had the patience, I probably would be able to beat this game just from the start all the way to the end without the stage select code. So anyway, we are in the maze proper now. Not that these like paths that we see right here are the actual maze, but the screens themselves are the portions of the maze. So we got here by going, well, coming out of that little TV. And that's what you want to look for on each of these screens, the TVs. Because you can also exit each of these screens through the side. Or, well, that's probably a poor choice of words, but alright, yeah, you see, right there, we found a screen transition at the edge of the screen. In reality, we wanted to go to that TV panel that was above. I believe there are alternate ways through the maze, but your best bet at the end of the day is to go for the panels. So I kind of want to use the stage select to go back to the stage just to see what that upper screen was that I missed. So we actually don't go back to that room. But I did get lost a few times here. This was an easy room, by the way. Those traps are very easy to dodge. I don't recall this room. Oh, never mind. It's basic. Super basic. And then, of course, I saw that health. And yeah, my health situation wasn't looking too nice. So I had to do what I had to do. And ultimately, I overshot and ended up here. I think this is where you need to be anyway. Or maybe everything does lead to the same spot in the long run. It doesn't matter on the like screen, or like on the TV screen, or the like stage boundary screen transitions. I could be wrong, but or maybe it's just a matter of like what's on each screen or section of the stage itself. Because there was at least one time where because going to that stage boundary took me back to the spike room, but ultimately I go back to that stage and I find the TV screen, and that takes me to a new area. So yeah, I don't quite know how the different parts of this maze connect to each other. And if it's a matter of you want to go for the TV screens or there is an arbitrary path you need to follow. But yeah, because at that point I went past it. And I ended up here. So yeah, I guess the safe bet is just always aim for the TV screens. But I could have sworn there was at least one time where I did go to a stage, like to a screen boundary, and I ended up on the right path. I don't know. I'm confused by this maze. But all you need to know is that at the end of the day, I succeeded. If you can call it that. Yeah, because I'm back here through that. But to be fair, that was a screen, so maybe they do converge on the proper path. I'm going to stop trying to make sense of this because I'm doing a very poor job. Though it is nice that the goodies you can collect on each maze segment comes back. A very time-consuming but effective way to grind. I really do like the charge dynamic, though, like allowing you to have a more powerful attack, or the ability to just sort of bounce around the room. It's neat. Kind of wish this game had a sequel. You know, just to shut up the people that are like, oh, Game Freak, they're bad developers. I'm just being salty now. Because of the Pokemon discourse. It's over. It's over. The games came out. They are a success. Much to the chagrin of the Dexiters. Still can't believe that's a freaking thing. But yeah, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about fun times. Until we get to the boss. The boss is not fun times. And probably would have been like another point where I would game over. It is tough. Should have seen that coming. I did not. Also, what happened to the snow? Well, I guess we're in the digital world at this point, so it doesn't really matter. Is this the digital world? Yeah, no, because we didn't leave out of a screen, essentially. We left the maze by a stage boundary screen transition. So yeah, this is technically still the digital realm, I guess. I'm trying to make sense out of this. I'm trying. You gotta love health, though. Would be nice if there's more health to be gathered in every stage. Though I also wasn't doing the best job of exploring around, so there's that, I guess. Really not much else to say about this little stage segment, though. You're just going down while you avoid the penguins that are sliding around. That's pretty much it. You just want to take your time and be ready for a penguin to come at you from off screen. So they also sort of track your location, so you can use that to your advantage if one is on screen and you're just trying to get to the next platform. Stating the obvious that you can clearly see for yourself. Oh, there's... Oh, no. We're not at a new stage. Or new stage segment. That was the boss transition, because now we're fighting Dark Pulseman, I think is the official name. It's not a video game if you're not fighting a dark version of yourself. So, yeah, this is my first attempt at him. I thought I was doing damage. I was not. This is a... I would argue this is the toughest boss so far. Hopefully the next two bosses won't be as hard. Knock on wood. I mean, one is the final boss, so I assume they're going to be difficult. But, yeah, this one is kind of cryptic. And I'm not going to show off the learning process, but I gamed over, I want to say 3 times. It's rough. So yeah, that was the first attempt. I actually did no damage to him on that attempt. So this is the successful run. And I don't even know if this is how you want to go about it, but it worked for me. So essentially what I would do is go into charge ball form, you know, like do my Pikachu Volt Tackle until I would crash into him doing his own. And then, as we're both falling, I hurry up and punch him, and that's how you do damage. Or at least how I was doing damage to him. Like, that's his hurt sprite right there, like when the two Dark Pulsemans are flying out from him. That's signaling that you did damage. So, like I said, I don't know if this is the correct way. Because I even looked up a guide, and the guide said, like, oh, you want to wait until he's falling out of his Volt, or not falling out of the Volt Tackle thing, but when he's sort of like jumping, when he's in the air, that's when you're able to do damage. So if he's jumping or like coming out of his Volt Tackle from high up, then you can punch him to deal damage. That was tough for me to do because I was constantly getting hurt when he was doing that. He moves too fast for my momentum to pick up for me to like capitalize off of that, so I just started doing my own Volt Tackle, and this worked for me. It feels so very incorrect, and I'm probably going to look up a long play the moment I'm done recording this. But I won't watch it too far, I don't want spoilers. But yeah, this does not feel like the correct way of beating him. But it worked. Yeah, like I was alluding to before, even if I did make it back up to Alaska with more continues, I probably would have lost them all on that boss until I figured out how to beat him. Thankfully, the game itself isn't that long, so playing back up to that point would probably only take about an hour or so. Still annoying. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. The one downside of using stage select is that you don't get like the little pre-stage like blurb from the news reporter. I'm not sure if that means you also skip cutscenes. As of this recording, I don't know. Hopefully that will not be the case. But yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with the stage select thing going forward because, yeah, I mean, I'm in too deep now. Like, once I exit, I have to play the game like starting back from stage 1, and ain't nobody got time for that. So, see you all next time for more Pulseman when we go to Australia. I remembered. Goodbye.